we need to stop talking about unifying the left and start talking about tearing apart the right.
Has anyone checked the news today? Because in the most predictable course in history, Don and Elanya are already starting to get tense and subtly go at each other. And I know we all saw this one coming, but it's happening even faster than I had predicted it. And I know the previous creator was kind of joking, kind of not. Highly recommend you watch their analysis on it. Because besides the first part, they're not wrong, and we are watching it happen right in front of our own eyes. So let's break it down, because I do also have a smidge of inside information that can corroborate the first part of their statement as well. I also greatly appreciate everyone ignoring what's going on with my face right now. I recently started a tretinoin, because I figured, heck, if everything else in the world is falling apart, I might as well mess up my face too. Unifying the left and also the right completely falling apart. Something I can tell you from the few meetings I've been in is one of the many reasons the left is so silent right now is that they are trying to get together and figure out what to do going forward. Because for the first day or two there, just like everyone else, no one seemed to have any idea what to do now. There wasn't a strong plan B. One thing I have noticed is that they are listening and they are paying attention closely to all arguments and all angles right now. I do know that now there is a very large plan that they are actively working on. And let me tell you, I don't know what it is because they are keeping that thing airtight under lock and they're not leaking any secrets about it yet. I will update you if I can sniff out any information about it. But there has been a very crystal clear acknowledgement that they need to sit down, listen, reorganize, and reroute. And figure out how to actually unify, which good luck, Charlie. That is way above my pay grade. Now let's talk about what's happening with the red. The previous creator is correct. When did associating with this behavior become not chronically embarrassing? If you haven't already seen this opera singing video that's trending right now, I beg of you to go look it up. There's no way I can put into words how embarrassing and uncomfortable this was to watch. They both start doing the weird arm flailing thing, but just like at different time, and they're looking like it just, you have to see it. I cannot, it's just, it's a true modern day train wreck of a video. And we need to come up with some better messaging to properly frame how not necessarily weird this is, although it is, but genuinely emasculating. Because that's where the messaging would really hit them, right? Most of the right is just based off of insecure males who are trying to be like big and masculine and traditional values. But what is masculine about this? Literally nothing. And we need better messaging about how the true masculinity does lay still on the left with men who are able to utilize empathy and understanding and communication and properly lead, because that's what makes a man, not whatever you describe this as. Usually have some better zingers, but every time I see this photo, I'm just at a genuine loss for words. And going off of that, Don and Elanya are already starting to butt heads. If these two could actually successfully make true enemies of each other, I think that they might keep each other actually distracted for the next 4 years. And if it's bad enough, I wonder if there's even a potential for Elanya to switch over to the blue. But Don's team has already made it clear that they themselves are fed up with Elanya's behavior. Things keep getting leaked about how they're already annoyed that Elanya keeps running around as if they're co-leaders. And you can tell it's even beginning to get on the orange man's nerves himself, because he released this very passive-aggressive, almost sort of like subtly comment in which he said, "We can't get him to go home, we can't get rid of him until I don't like him." That's like a very subtle, hey, I'm still the one in charge here comment to make. While I do think that this sled of a friendship is approaching the inevitable crash of that hill, if we wanted to give it a little push, here's what I'd say. I don't entirely agree with all the memes painting Elanya as the first lady, because let's be honest, between the two of these, who really is the first lady? If you haven't already watched this amazing video done by Courier that I highly recommend everyone see, it explains how Elanya kind of ran a long con game in which, like many leaders before, he used Don as his puppet and put him where he is. So you tell me who the real leader is here between the two of these, and to add insult to injury on the other side if you want to, simply by him being associated with him, everyone including huge celebrities and major news publications are boycotting X and going to Blue Sky Social. So here's my very quick shameless plug in case anything happens. In the end, especially when it comes to the tariff situation, because sir, you still own Tesla and a lot of things that are going to be largely hurt by that. But it seems like he's bad for his ego and image, and he's bad for all of his businesses.